Hi, good morning, and welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd just make a video just to explain why I haven't been making videos for the past couple of weeks. I'll have to excuse my voice because, among other things, I managed to get myself a virus. I'll just get myself steady here. Now, if anything, as much as anything, this is just going to be a little bit of a warning, really, a health warning. I don't know if any of you out there have ever had floaters. Now, I don't mean something that you leave in the loo. I mean floaters in the eye. Quite a common thing for certainly as you get older. I did notice about probably 4 or 5 months ago that I was getting, as I was watching the TV, I imagined that there was an insect or a mouse sort of running across the carpet at times, little things like that. Just these little floaters that come across the eye. Well, the message here is don't ignore them like I did. I ignored them. They didn't go away. And then around about a month or maybe 2 months, now more like probably 2 months ago, I started to get a little thing in the corner of my eye. It was a little bit of an area that I couldn't see clearly out of. Now, I was putting it down to perhaps the start of a cataract, maybe because of my age, and a cataract isn't that important. You have to have them seen to eventually. This was only a minor thing, it seemed. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to have an eye test. I put it off. I put it off for a few days, then I put it off for a week. You know what it's like if you're anything like me. It came to a head though 2 weeks ago on the Sunday. This area in the corner of my eye really did seem to have grown, and it was bothering me. I'd been rubbing my eyes quite a bit. Anyway, long story short, I had my eyes tested. I was called into a room. The people who had tested my eyes sort of disappeared and apologised and said, we'll be back with you in a minute. I thought, this doesn't sound very good. And again, to cut a long story short, I was told that I had a detached retina and that I needed emergency eye treatment. This was a Sunday. Unfortunately, the local hospital wasn't open, so I had to get to Birmingham Eye Hospital. I found myself about 3 hours later waiting in Birmingham Eye Hospital. The detached retina apparently was a very serious one. It was very close to taking away my vision altogether in my eye. I don't know if you know about the eye, but I didn't really understand it that well. But the centre area, the very sort of centre part of the eye in the retina, is the bit that takes all the vision. Mine had torn all the way across into this area, and another tiny fraction of the tear, and I would have been blind completely in that eye. They may have been able to repair it to a certain extent, but I would never have had full vision in it again. So I had to go back. I was waiting for 5.5 hours to see somebody. They took some pictures on the screen with their phone, actually, the doctor I saw, and said, I just need to speak to a colleague. They spoke between themselves. It turns out that it was the surgeon that the guy was talking to who was going to do my operation. It was a lady, absolutely brilliant lady. I had to go home. I had to lie my head on the right-hand side until the next day, until they could get me in to operate. Another 5.5 hour waiting for the operation to start, and then an hour and a half in surgery. Awake throughout it. I had local anaesthetic, having to obviously keep your head perfectly still for an hour and a half. It's not easy. And so where am I now? Well, I'm in recovery. The situation is that you have to do what is called what I call a position protocol, where you have to hold your head in certain positions for a period of time in order to help the gas bubble, which they inject into your eye, to stay in the right position. So I had to lie first on my right, Then I had to lie face down for a day, completely face down non-stop for a day, which was difficult, especially sleeping. Let me just stand up here. And then I had to spend an entire week upright. So I had to face the normal position and sleep and spend my day, obviously 24 hours a day, 7 days in an upright position. I'm just through that stage now, and obviously I haven't been able to ride. This risks the sight in your eye. It's a very serious thing, and obviously my license is suspended at the moment. I can't ride my bike, can't drive my car, can't do anything, and it's an extremely worrying thing to go through. So my message really is, that's why I haven't been making videos. Apologise for that, but I'm sure you'll understand. I'm hoping that my sight comes back in the eye. Touch wood, very early days, sort of impressions I'm getting. What happens is that when the gas is in the eye, that they inject into the eye, the gas holds the retina back into position after they've done all the repairs and sucked all the liquid out and all. I won't go into the horrors of it, but the gas holds the retina in position, and the gas, you can't see through it, so I've got no vision in my eye whatsoever, but eventually the gas dissipates and it's like a curtain being lowered, and I am halfway through that now. The position of the gas line in my eye now is around about half my vision, about there, and it started about there. I just got a little slit at the top of sight. That was the first indications that the gas was starting to go, and now we're around about halfway. The vision that I've got in the top part is very blurry. It's not good, but I'm hoping that that is just temporary. So there we go. The only thing I want to take away from that, if you hear about anybody talking about, oh, well, they've got floaters, or please get them to have an eye test, or if it happens to you yourself or a member of your family, go for an eye test immediately. It's very likely that floaters are just normal and there's nothing to worry about, but there is always the potential that it could be this. When I was first diagnosed with it, the optometrist said, did you not have floaters for a while before all this? She said, this is a very serious detachment. And I said, yeah, I did, yeah. And you ignored them? Yeah, I did. So there we are. Don't do what I did. If you get floaters, go and get yourself an eye test immediately. So that's all from me. Hopefully, touch wood, I might be able to make a comeback and make some more videos again. Thanks for listening, and I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. I'll see you again soon, hopefully. Bye for now.